Fate sometimes makes the strangest of calls, and if you choose to answer it, then the benefits are that great. Hi, I'm Gautam Chintamani, and this is Cinemazi Studios. Today, we are talking about a film which is celebrating its 30th anniversary. It's a film that did not enjoy much love from either the critics or the audiences when it first released, but a few months after it released, it managed to enjoy a revival of sorts. Later, it went on to become a cult film, and today it's counted as one of the greatest films of the people who were involved with the film. The film that we are talking about is Agnipath, released in February 1990, directed by Mukul Anand. It gave Amitabh Bachchan a new shot of life, and in 1984 he chose to leave it all to enter politics. A few years later, when he was trying to make a comeback, he was looking at films that would help regain the lost ground and perhaps be befitting of his aura and his stature as the superstar in Hindi cinema. The film was Shehenshah. It enjoyed a great opening. It even managed to collect money, but it was nowhere close to the kind of hits that Amitabh Bachchan was used to. A few years later, in 1989, in a single year, Amitabh Bachchan had 3 back-to-back flops that almost sounded as if his career had come to an end. These films were Tufan, Jadugar, and Main Azad Hoon. Somewhere, the film suggested that either Amitabh was out of his league or the narrative of Hindi cinema had changed so much that the angry young man persona was not going to work, and neither was something new that he was trying to experiment with a film like Jadugar or Tufan. In 1990, he decided to feature in Mukul Anand's Agnipath, and that changed everything. The film is, in many ways, is the perfect amalgamation of a lot of tropes in Amitabh Bachchan films that added to creating the perfect superstar that he had come to be known as. Written by Santosh Saroj and Kader Khan, with dialogues by Kader Khan, Agnipath at the end of the day is trying to look at the character of Vijay, made popular by the angry young man films such as Diwar, and imagine what would have happened to Vijay had Vijay not met an untimely end. Would he have graduated to become the kingpin of underworld? What would his detractors be like? And what would his relation be with his mother had he continued to live? When Agnipath first came out, the biggest surprise was not that Amitabh Bachchan was playing a character who was slightly elder to what people were used to with his films as far as the hero or the leading man went. The big shock of the film was that Amitabh tried to modulate his voice and had a new voice which did not go down that well with the audiences.
Vijay Dinanath John, पूरा नाम बाप का नाम दीनानाथ जॉन, माँ का नाम सुहासिनी जॉन.
A few weeks after the film released, they redubbed the entire film, and the poster even said, "अब अमिताभ की असली आवाज में सुनिए अग्निपथ." The fact that Amitabh Bachchan was willing to experiment had to do a lot with the visionary filmmaker that Mukul Anand was. Mukul Anand had made his bones with films like Kanoon Kya Karega, which was a remake of Cape Fear, Aetbar, which was a remake of Dial M for Murder, and he even had shown great capacity to handle big budget productions such as Sultanat, which featured Dharmendra and Sunny Deol besides Sridevi, Juhi Chawla and Karan Kapoor, and Mahasangram, which was a film that had a lot of stars of that time, including Vinod Khanna, Madhuri Dixit, Govinda, Aditya Pancholi and Amjad Khan. What made Agnipath truly stand out, even though it did not enjoy much love from the audiences, was the treatment that Mukul Anand had in mind. This was a film which was not your typical gangster drama. It was a film which was loosely inspired by Scarface as far as the leading character goes. Agnipath tries to imagine the gangster in a very real and modern setting. By the time Agnipath released in 1990, Parinda had redefined the gangster genre in Hindi cinema, and you can see the influence of Parinda on Agnipath's narrative as well. This is a film where a young boy grows up with the idea of seeking revenge, trying to kill his nemesis, who's responsible for the bad times that his family fell on, who's responsible for his father's death, and who's ideally responsible for killing any shred of innocence that he would have had in his life. As far as popular Hindi films of 1990s go, the realism in Agnipath is worth noting, and it stands apart from the other films of that era. Of course, there is another interesting tidbit attached to Agnipath, that there was another interpretation of Scarface that featured Mithun Chakravarti in the lead, and the film was called Mujrim. Mujrim was a very big success and almost acted as a shot in the arm for Mithun Chakrabarti, who was going through a strange phase because of the number of films that he was doing. The hits were not as many, and the hits were not as big as the early 1980s, where Mithun was really on his way up. Now, when you look at Agnipath, the thing that separates it from every other Amitabh Bachchan film, and in fact puts Agnipath in a league of its own, are Kader Khan's dialogues.
तुम कौन बोल रहा है? तुम्हारा नया सेठ, नाम विजय, विजय दीनानाथ जॉन। लेकिन तुमको तो लुकाने के वास्ते। हे 6 फुट का बॉडी लुढ़काने के लिए 4 इंच का गोली कम पड़ गया मालूम।
The dialogues, especially in the voice that Amitabh Bachchan was experimenting with, make them sound more intriguing and unlike Bachchan to a great extent. Perhaps the audiences didn't like the idea of seeing a familiar face like Amitabh Bachchan on the screen and not being able to hear the sound that they were familiar with. It's interesting that a few years later in Angar, where Kader Khan plays the role of an elder Don called Jahangir Khan, Kader Khan's voice modulation is exactly the same as Vijay Dinanath Chauhan's original voice in Agnipath.
भूल जाओ ये सब। क्यों? जग्गू के किस्से को खत्म करो, मैं तुमसे कह रहा हूँ।
आपको मालूम है आप क्या कह रहे हैं?
ये सब मालूम है कि मैं क्या कह रहा हूँ।
आप ये भूल रहे हैं कि उसने आपके बेटे का, मेरे भाई का कत्ल किया।
मैं नहीं भूल रहा हूँ, कुछ नहीं भूल रहा हूँ। उसकी लाश अब तक मेरे सीने के कब्र में दफन है, कुछ नहीं भूला हूँ मैं।
So once you hear Vijay Dinanath Chauhan in the original voice and you hear Jahangir Khan from Angar, you wouldn't be completely incorrect in imagining that perhaps somewhere during the narration of Agnipath, it was Kader Khan who came up with this idea of changing your voice and trying to tell Amitabh Bachchan that why don't you try something different? Because the character has somewhere undergone a trauma which could have impacted his life in more ways than what meets the eye. There are 3 more elements in Agnipath that make it a classic throwback to the great Amitabh Bachchan films and try and reimagine the angry young man in a way which would be a little more palatable to the audiences, which at the end of the day was exactly what would have helped Amitabh Bachchan regain lost ground in the late 1990s.
Hey, ठहरो, जरूरत है, लाओ, लाओ, ये लाओ।
Three elements that stand out in the Angry Young Man films that featured the Vijay character are namely Vijay's interplay with the villain, Vijay's interplay with the second lead or the brother's character, and third, Vijay's interplay with the mother's character. Now, all these 3 elements are present in Agnipath, but more importantly, they get a kind of an upgrade, a makeover, not so much for the narrative's sake or not so much for any other reason, but to make a better connection with the audiences, because the audiences are now going to consume Vijay after a gap of almost 10 to 15 years, because the last time they saw Vijay in that mold was in Diwar, which released in 1975. In Agnipath, Vijay Dinanath Chauhan finds the ideal nemesis in Kancha Cheena that was played by Danny Dengzongpa. This was the first time that Amitabh Bachchan and Danny were cast together in a film. Even though they have known each other socially for a very long time, they never got a chance to work together. And in fact, many a times it was Danny who passed on the offer because he wanted something which was worthwhile when he came face to face with Amitabh Bachchan.
घबराता हूं मैं, घबराता हूं ऐसे लोगों से जिनमें तरक्की की भूख ज्यादा होती है.
They came very close to working together in Sholay, but fate had a different plan in place where Danny had to fulfill a commitment made to Feroz Khan's Dharmatma, and Amjad Khan was cast in Gabbar Singh's role. Now, the second important element of Agnipath is the casting of Mithun Chakrabarti.
और मैं कृष्णन अय्यर जम गया, नारल पानी वाला.
Mithun was as big a star in the late 1980s, early 1990s as Amitabh Bachchan as far as box office clout went. Mithun had his own dedicated fan base and following, and even though they had worked together in Ganga Jamna Saraswati, it didn't create the kind of magic that one was expecting when these 2 guys came together.
अरे पगले, सच समझ बैठा था क्या? अरे तो नाटक है यार, नाटक.
नाटक?
In Agnipath, Mithun's character, Krishnan Iyer M.A., who's the Nariyal Paniwala who saves this gangster's life and they become very good friends, is an amalgamation of most of the characters played by Shashi Kapoor in Amitabh Bachchan films. So there's a little bit of Diwar because he's almost like a brother. There is little bit of Trishul, that he's a good friend who does not shy away from speaking his mind. And there is also a little bit of Shashi Kapoor from Kala Patthar, who's the voice of reason.
नहीं सर, तुम ऐसा नहीं कर सकते हैं। मैं तुमको फुटपाथ से यही कंधे पर उठा के लाई, मालूम? अगर मैं 5 मिनट देर होती तो तुम ऊपर यही कंधे पर शमशान लेके जाना पड़ता ना तुमको।
And the third most important aspect which connects Agnipath to classic Amitabh Bachchan films is the mother's character. If there was ever a mother's character in an Amitabh Bachchan film that has managed to create the same kind of magic as Nirupa Roy in Diwar and managed to connect with the audiences, that is Rohini Hattangadi's character of the mother in Agnipath.
आपके बेटे के दुश्मनों ने उस पर गोली चलाई है।
खबर के लिए शुक्रिया गायतोंडे साहब। जिस तरह बुरे का अंत बुरा होता है, उस डाकू का भी अंत बुरा हुआ। एक दिन उसे गोली मार दी गई।
She is not someone who is going to allow Vijay to get away with murder. She understands that there have been reasons for Vijay to do what he's doing. There are reasons for Vijay to turn the hardened criminal that he becomes. But she is not willing to give him a pass. And the classic great scene where Vijay's character is about to sit down for dinner and the mother insists that he washes his hands. And the fact that he says, "Maine apne haath dho liye," and she reminds him that, there's too much blood on your hand to be washed away so easily.
साफ हो गया ये देखो साफ एकदम साफ एकदम धुल गया
तेरे हाथ इतनी जल्दी नहीं धुल सकते विजय। बाप के माथे पर लगा झूठा कलंक मिटाने के बजाय उसे सच में बदल देना चाहता है।
That is something that the mother's character from Diwar would probably never say. She would just walk out on Vijay and expect that Vijay changes his ways and comes back. But this, in Agnipath, the mother is not like that. She's very clear, she stands her ground, and she speaks her mind. Agnipath started the collaboration between Amitabh Bachchan and Mukul Anand, which would see 2 more films. A few years later, Hum and Khuda Gawah. In many ways, Agnipath and Hum are nothing more than reimagining the Vijay character at a later stage in his life. And that is what people also like, because they associated Vijay with Amitabh Bachchan. And when you see, when you enjoy great films, you often wonder long after the film is over, whatever happened to them after the end credits rolled. And this is what Mukul Anand gave with films like Agnipath and Hum. The one factor that is not as consistent with most Amitabh Bachchan films and Agnipath is the music. The score was provided by Lakshmikant Pyarelal. There were a few songs, but nothing hummable, nothing that great, nothing that could endure time. Unlike Hum, that had a few numbers which people still remember, and Khuda Gawah, that had its grand production. The thing that stands out about Agnipath's soundtrack is the intriguing way Jean-Michel Jarre's sounds are used as a part of Vijay's theme and to establish Vijay as a character. It's been 30 years since Agnipath the original came out. There has been a remake that featured Hrithik Roshan and Priyanka Chopra. It had a character that was not there in the original, the character played by Rishi Kapoor. But nothing matches Agnipath the original. Of course, the film is very stylish, the way it has been shot, the way it has been choreographed, and it's aged well also. I keep going back to seeing Agnipath because I find Vijay Dinanath Chauhan the ideal character that Amitabh could have played at that point in his career. A few months after Agnipath, Aaj Ka Arjun released, which was a surprise blockbuster. It kind of finally gave Amitabh Bachchan the push, the shot in the arm that he needed, and it managed to do what Agnipath had failed to do, at least initially. A year later, when the national awards were announced and Amitabh Bachchan was declared the best actor for Agnipath, there was a revival of sorts as far as the film went. I remember all of us scurrying back to VHS stores and trying to lay our hands on Agnipath and to see, was there something that we missed the first time around? I quite enjoyed Agnipath when I saw it the first time in 1990. I have enjoyed the film over the years. I still go back to Agnipath every now and then just to see, a dialogue here or a sequence there.
अपना उसूल कहता है जब दुश्मन की उम्र बढ़ जाए तो उससे दोस्ती कर लो, अपनी उम्र बढ़ जाती है। विजय चौहान को फूल भेज दो।
And what gets me kicked about the film, of course, Amitabh Bachchan's Vijay Dinanath Chauhan is a character that one can revisit again and again. But the fact that there is so much of Kader Khan in that character, both in spirit and in letter, that I often end up thinking, had Kader Khan written a few more scripts or had Kader Khan written a little more for Bachchan, what would Bachchan's career be like in the 90s? Kader Khan also wrote the dialogues for Hum. And of course, Kader Khan has written some of the greatest Amitabh Bachchan dialogues, be it Muqaddar Ka Sikandar, Lawaris, Sharabi, Amar Akbar Anthony, Khoon Pasina. You can't help but wonder what would have happened if there was a little bit more of Kader Khan in Amitabh Bachchan's mid-career. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Keep watching us. Tell us what you think of our videos and tell us the films that you would like us to explore. Do subscribe to our videos and see you around at Cinemazi Studios.